Popping? What's popping? What's popping? Y'all already know who this is, man. Man, the YouTube boxing community is popping, man. There's a lot of talk. I mean, a lot of talk. Maybe a little bit too much talk about Gervonta Tank Davis versus, you already know, Devin the Dream Haney. It's a lot of talk about it, man. So, salute to you, Ice, man. I know you hear all the chattering going on about Devin the Dream Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis. There's a lot to unpack here, man. I checked out the interview that Calvin Ford did with the Rise podcast, and Calvin Ford pretty much said, "Hey, let's talk about the money, the location, and the weight cap class, and let's get it going." And other words in the contract, let's talk the right figures, let's talk weight class, and on top of that, he did put in there, he did say Tank is a 135-pound fighter. He said that. And Devin Haney not too long ago said he's not going back down to 135. He can't make 135. And we all know that he barely made 140 recently. So is this all just done? Is it just capping, or is this all real? Like seriously, because right now, they playing with all the boxing supporters, all the casuals, all the fans. They playing with us, man, in the boxing world. If both of these guys know they can't fight each other, because the main two stipulations is gonna be money, because um, Bill Haney already said, hey, we gotta start. He didn't say pay me. We gotta start with what y'all already paid Ryan. And if I'm not mistaken, Ryan was up there about 30 mil up there. I don't really talk nobody else money. I ain't getting, that's somebody else paper. But he already say that's where they gotta start at. So that right there by itself may have already killed the fight, because is a Tank Davis versus Devin Haney fight worth that kind of money? Is somebody willing to put that kind of money behind that fight to pay these guys that big? Is it going to be a detraction, a pay-per-view attraction, a gate attraction, to where they can generate that kind of funding? You see, there's a lot of parts to this shit, man. We just can't say pay me. People willing, and listen, it's not all about people, going and attending in pay-per-view. You gotta understand, you got all this streaming shit going out there, all that, all that scamming shit going on out there that's gonna affect the pay-per-view. So you gotta factor all that shit in, you know, that's gonna affect the money. You feel me? So let's factor all that shit in and see if it's even worth the fight. And then once you get over the money part, right? Then you gotta talk about the weight part. I'm not coming down, you're not going up. Shit can't happen. They're gonna have to meet somewhere in the median, right? Somebody's gonna have to get drained or something. Something's gonna have to happen. Oh yeah, Iceman. We all definitely know it's a huge fight, but I know for a fact, as of right now, this shit ain't gonna happen, man. I think that is a great promotional tool by the Haneys. I mean, staying relevant, especially after a big fight as such. Um, one of the biggest points mentioned recently was if Devin would have stopped Regis, then we'd have had more people calling out for that fight and wanting that fight and wanting to see that fight, because, oh man, Devin got power now. Let's see what he could do with it. But, seeing that he couldn't stop Regis Prograis, even though he had Regis Prograis in the in bad positions numerous times, he couldn't stop Regis. It feels as if he doesn't have enough for a guy like a Tank Davis that's gonna bite down and is gonna take his shots and come on in and then land some lethal blows. You see, Iceman said Haney becoming A side over Tank. Oh yeah, Haney man has picked up a lot of traction. He picked up a hell of a lot of traction as of lately, man. I mean, Haney name is ringing throughout the just the community, man, everywhere, bro. People who didn't know Devin Haney knows Devin Haney. A lot of people knock his dad, bro, but his daddy is the one that's keeping him relevant, made him relevant. I mean, doing hella fire promotions, bro. I mean, the fight, after the fight, during the fight, Haney name was already ringing. I mean, now it's ringing even more when he beat a guy matchup of Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis was a bad motherfucker, bro. He went through the World Super Series clearing that shit out, him and Josh Taylor. And he lost. He had a controversial loss with that shit. So we know Devin Haney is the goods, right? And Devin Haney came and beat the guy that is the goods. So hey man, Devin Haney has picked up a lot of traction. He is definitely um, just becoming that marketable guy, right? And I think a lot of it is people want to see him lose like they want to see Floyd Mayweather lose. They got a lot of motherfuckers they just want to see that man lose, bro, badly. I mean, they coming in droves. Like, I mean, the Bill Haney haters and the Devin haters, bro, they got a lot of them out there. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I don't have no horse in this race, no dog in this race, whatever y'all want to call it. I get down with the Haneys. I get down with the Tank. I get down, bro. I'm a boxing supporter. Like I fucks with both sides, both camps. Um, like I said, it was a little something for me when Regis was fighting Devin because I'm from New Orleans and I fucks around with Regis. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Regis, and like I said, you just don't want to be that type of guy who has all that bias and shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? I tip my hat off to both fighters, especially when you take a fight that you know is 50-50 or you know that guy got the edge on you. You take a fight like that, dog, shit, man, listen, bro. Some of those fights can catapult you further than where you was going to go. For example, for example, Floyd Mayweather when he beat Oscar De La Hoya, for example, and that's a loss. It took, excuse me, him beating. I said that shit wrong. I'm sorry. Floyd Mayweather once he beat Oscar De La Hoya, he catapulted. But we talking about a loss that can catapult you, right? For the loss, Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather beat him, and his career catapulted. So not all losses are bad losses, depending on how you lost, who you lost to. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't lose by no cab driver, somebody just got off the couch. Just got off their living room couch, walked in there and whooped your ass, then you got an issue. Iceman said, I was pulling for Regis, but knew Haney was gonna win. Man, I think I heard that shit a lot, man. A lot of people wanted Haney to lose, but they knew that he was the better boxer and he had more attributes that was gonna catapult him to the victory. Because a lot of people were saying that Regis Prograis was allowing Devin Haney to get in his head and had Regis so upset to where all Regis wanted to do was just, I'm gonna knock him out, I'm gonna knock him out, I'm gonna headhunt. And that's the mindsetting that Haney's wanted him to have. They wanted him to have that mindset, and that mindset was a detriment of him. Besides him not being able to cut off the ring and move diligently like he needed to move, and he just couldn't land that left, bro. He couldn't land, bro. I mean, it was. It was a hell of a boxing clinic by Devin Haney. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's served, but don't count out Regis Progress. All I can say, don't count him out. He will be back. He will. And let me tell you something, my boys from New Orleans, man. When they say something, they mean it. If he said I'm gonna be 3 times, oh, shit, get out of his fucking way. He's gonna be a 3 time champion. Period. Sometimes when you, like I say, when you lose, all that shit do is catapult you to your next, you know, victory by what you got to do and you having to bite down. You know what I'm saying? When he had that you think about how he was destroying these guys after that controversial loss to Josh Taylor. He came back knocking motherfuckers out. Nobody wanted to even fight him. Watch, he about to have another run like that. Watch what I tell you. Remember I said that shit. Iceman said Canelo was a growing big name before the Mayweather fight. How's he got Mayweather fight? Well, you gotta understand, Mayweather is the one who took him there, bro. Mayweather had him fighting on his undercards, bro, all the time, bro. So when Mayweather was getting that spotlight, he was getting that spotlight. That shit was a plan that was devised, bro. That wasn't just some shit that happened overnight. They planned that shit. That shit was planned, dog. If I'm on your undercard, you one of the biggest names or the biggest name in boxing, bro. When I get seen, when you get seen, oh shit, dog, you good. And that's how. And then everybody was seeing what he was doing, right? Because he's on the Floyd Mayweather undercards. So everybody seeing your work. Next thing you know, me and you about to fight. Man, that's a wrap. It was a wrap at that point, bro. It was a wrap at that point. Floyd Mayweather created, and I think he was the one that got him where he got. Like, that's just my opinion on that deal. As far as Iceman, next topic, he said Regis wasn't throwing anything. Shit, man, he couldn't land, bro. You can't hit that what's not in front of you, man. Devin Haney was moving, bro. He was moving and grooving. And he was beating Regis to the punch. I mean, he was fighting him from the outside. Regis would have had to get in the inside and land some shit, bro. Regis would have had to fight a little dirty, take some to give some. And all y'all say Devin Haney's pillow fisted, dog, but if a motherfucker ain't trying to come in there, it's somehow, some way, I think you throwing some hot sauce. You got some hot shit. They must know you got some hot shit. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, yeah, I know, Iceman. Reason wasn't throwing, but again, he said that he couldn't throw because you know Devin Haney was too fast in his IQ, bro. Devin Haney just kept moving. You don't have that standing. You didn't have that target just standing there in front of you, just moving and just grooving, bro. He was boxing about him, bro. Devin Haney was boxing, bro. You know, and I mean he did go in the center of the ring, but you see your target, and then when you try to get at your target is gone. And then when you try to come in, he's throwing some hot shit at you. Yeah, bro. It was a hell of a challenge for him, man. And like I said, fights like that only make you better. You got to know, what you got to do next time that some shit like that happen. When you have a moving target like that, you know. I think that Devin Haney, man, personally, I think that him and Tank's fight is gonna be one of the biggest fights ever, outside of the Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight as of recent. Um, it's just those two guys have to make their mind up. Are we really going to fight? Or are you going to meet me halfway? Because they say Tank put asses in seat, mainly because of the Ryan Garcia versus Tank fight, right? Um, I think Tank will have to do it again with another fight to prove that that is factual, right? Without Ryan, and then they'll know exactly where everything is at. I'm gonna say this here: Tank produces knockouts. Knockouts produces viewerships. A lot of our viewers, when it comes to sport of boxing or casual fans, motherfuckers will talk about it or you advertise that shit. Oh, they got a fighter. They do be knocking everybody out. They all gonna tune in. That's how you gonna get a lot of your viewerships right there. The casual fans, cause they want to see somebody get knocked out. They don't know who the fuck you are, but they just want to see that dude knock somebody out. And that's the type of shit that I was talking about, where they wanted, or where we most of us think that if Devin Haney would have produced the knockout, it would have catapulted him or catapulted that fight to another level. But we're gonna have to wait and see, man. I think that it's still a great fight. I think that it's just a lot of buildup that has to happen and a lot of conversation that have to happen behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? You know, if they want to continue to build this shit like they're building this shit to everybody by talking shit on the internet, that's cool too. But at the end of the day, they're gonna have to realize that if this shit gonna happen, we gotta make sure it happens. We gotta make sure that this shit happen. We can't just keep on talking shit and then there's no fight. But that's all I had to talk about today, man. Tank and David and Devin Haney, man. They got to make it happen. Enough of that shit talking. When's the fight? What weight class? What weight class? How much we talking here? And where it's gonna be at? Shit, that's gonna be a hell of a situation. It just has to happen, bro. That's all, bro. It just has to happen, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, they can continue doing what they're doing because I think it's promo. I think it's great promo. You know what I'm saying? I think it's great promo. I ain't knocking them, but they got to get it. They got to give us more than that because right now, I don't see this shit happening, bro. I see this shit just some juicy shit to talk about, but I don't see where it's going for us. These dudes able to fight. You know what I'm saying? Iceman say 140, and Tank needs to put a rehydration clause. Oh, it's going to definitely be a rehydration clause. I mean, if you think about it, it's all they talk about is how big Devin rehydrate too. You know, Devin rehydrate. Fighters rehydrate. All fighters. That's why, when that type of conversation come up, I don't say much, but come on, bro. Come on, people. Everybody rehydrate to a way bigger substance than what they was the day before. Most of these guys are dehydrated, they depleted, and they have to re-energize. Some of them start doing that shit right there in the ring. You see them. Fuck. Ain't no fucking secret. So it just is what it is, bro. We can't make it seem like one person is doing this and nobody else does it. Come on, man. Everybody rehydrate into a bigger substance. Iceman say Haney looks 170 plus on fight night. Something not right. He a big boy, bro. He a big specimen, dog. Haney's a big specimen, bro. We already know what it is. He's a big specimen, bro. It's that snack. Yeah, he a big dude, bro. He a big dude. I gotta get it to him. He cut up too, and like I said, he was weight draining himself for years, bro. And like I said, he was struggling to make 140 look like. So that 135 shit or anything under 135 is ain't gonna fucking happen, bro. There you go. Pick the content, that snack up, that fucking snack, bro. Everybody know shit. You can get that shit off Amazon, that snack stuff, bro. That shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Everybody on that snack. What that boy name is, just got his ass kicked. Um, Boo Boo Andre, he was on that snack. That snack didn't do nothing for him, bro. Fuck. Um, Snack looked like he couldn't help him, bro. When you wear snack when you need it, that boy whipping his ass, bro. Wear snack when you need it. Ice man say no one can tell me he really made no 135. Man, motherfucker was squeezing in, bro. Squeezing in. That shit dangerous. That shit dangerous, though. When you look at that shit dangerous. A motherfucker squeezing in like that. That shit dangerous. Later on, that's why I try to tell you a lot of these fighters they do this and that, but they end up paying for that shit later on in life, bro. Later on in life, they end up paying for that shit. That shit is not good for the body, you know. So that's why boxing is not something you should do for a long period of time. You get in there, you get your paper, bro. You get the fuck out of there. Get your paper and get the fuck out of there, bro. Leave that shit for the have and have nots, bro. That shit ain't for you. That shit ain't for everybody. That shit ain't for everybody, bro. But like I said, bro, Devin Haney versus Tank. We all want to see it. I don't think it's gonna happen. Um, Tank Davis basically has got to fight in March. We all know it's not gonna be Devin Haney because they will have to build that fight up starting now until the end of the year or midsummer or whenever the hell they want it to be. So it won't be. So it won't be Devin Haney in March. But I'll say that however, whoever Tank fight, that matters. That's number one. How Tank finish him, that matters. That's number two. How much ass does he put in the seat? And if it's a pay per view, how much pay per view buys he have? All of that's just gonna matter big time. That's why they got to give him a. He has to fight a named fighter because if you just fight any Joe Blow and that shit don't sell and stuff like it's supposed to, it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna feel good. It's not. It's not gonna be what it is. So we're gonna have to see, bro. I just say all that shit matters, bro. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, they gotta choose. I'm thinking it's gonna be Pitbull Cruz that Tank is gonna fight next. It's gonna be a Pitbull Cruz guy. So the people really want to see that shit. And I'll be honest with you, dog. He would have to knock out Pitbull Cruz and knock his ass out early to make a statement. If he fought that dude, that shit can't go 12 rounds. It cannot go 12 rounds. That shit go 12 rounds again. It'll kill his run. It'll devastate his run. So if he does fight Pitbull Cruz, that shit could be of substance. But at the end of the day, he would have to stop that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He would have to stop him, bro. He would have to do something very devastating. Period. So that's just my take on it, bro. I mean, I know that both of those guys are definitely the goods, man. Tank and Devin, they both the goods. And you're correct. It's a young man's sport, bro. It's definitely a young man's sport. I can see both these guys climbing to the next echelon and doing what they're supposed to do. But people always say, "Oh, he don't need Tank. Don't need Devin. Devin don't need Tank." Well, at the end of the day, you guys seem to have been rivals forever. Talking about sparring and what happened during sparring. So to kill all that sparring shit and to kill all that shit y'all had going prior, I think that it's a y'all need to meet in that ring. I think that shit needs to happen. It has to happen. Y'all done blew this shit up. Y'all done talk that shit. Tank done promised to beat up Devin to the point where his daddy cried. And he promised Devin that shit was gonna happen on his dead homies. So once you go to making promises like that, you got to be the man of your word and deliver. You got to come out here and deliver. So it's a lot of talk. Devin's a hell of a boxer, bro. And I know Tank got that hot sauce, but he gonna have to get in there. And Devin gonna have to have some knockout power because you got a guy like Tank coming in there, bro. You gonna have to give him something to keep him off you. Because if that shit feel like Regis said it felt, it's just like a tick tick. It just feels something. And if that shit's true. What Regis said, shit ain't gonna end well. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna end well. So at the end of the day, he's gonna have to make sure that the shit that he's throwing is lighting up Tank to the point where Tank was like, oh shit, I can't go back in there. This dude hit. This dude tagging the fuck out, man. I can't take it. I would have to say, yeah. I would have to say yes. I also think that Haney's a better boxer. But my thing with Tank is Tank has another level of biting down. I've seen Tank do this shit on several occasions where he's getting hit and then all of a sudden he gets mad and he just goes right into you. Just go get in the inside and just knock your ass out. I'm in this shit. Saw him do it to Leo Santa Cruz at 130. I see him do it to Rolly, and I saw him do it to several other people where it seems like he's boxing you, he's trying to figure you out, and then once he figured, man, fuck this shit, I ain't got time for this shit, he gonna end you. That's that killer instinct type shit. That shit right there to me is a hell of an attribute, you know. Yeah, downright me, yeah. You could, bruh. I've seen that shit on numerous occasions where that motherfucker just said, fuck it, and just bit down and just went in there and just did what he was supposed to do and just destroyed his fucking opponent, bro. See when people got that kind of killer instinct and they do that type of shit, if you ain't got nothing to keep them off you, that's straight destruction, bro. That shit's crazy. So nah, bro. That's where I'm at with it, bro. You got to have something to keep a motherfucker off you. And Devin Haney, I hope he's working on his strength and conditioning. I think at 140 though, bro. I think he got it, bro. He just can't fight less than 140. He fight less than 140. I don't want to see this shit because he won't be his best, and you gonna get stopped. That's what they call it, bro. Tank definitely got that dog in him, bro. He got that next level dog in him, bro. So definitely, I gotta give it to him, bro. Tank is the goods. Devin is the goods. When they meet up, who's gonna be that one that's gonna come up victorious? The one that just have that next level. You got to be able to channel into the next level, bro. That's that motherfucker that's gonna be victorious, bro. The person that can just bite down and say, "Fuck it, I got this here." That's that person, and that's something that we did not see in Devin in his last fight. He didn't take chances. When you fighting these type of caliber fighters, you have to be able to take chances. If whichever one of those two guys is willing to bite down and take a chance and get in there and do what they got to do, that's the ones that gonna win, hands down, point blank, period, straight up. The one that's gonna go in there, bite down, say fuck it, bro. I'm gonna take this one. That's the person, dog. Because this is what has to happen, bro. You gotta win by destruction. You can't just you just can't just win off just plan on winning just by points when you're fighting a guy like Tank. Because at any given moment, any given time, he can end that fucking fight. If Haney, Iceman said, if Haney beats Tank, he may become the face of boxing. No, he will be the face of boxing. Beat a guy like Tank. If you beat a guy like Tank, he will be the face of boxing. Both of those guys right now on the tip, point of their careers, bro. Where they are the man, bro. And the man got to beat the man. Just like I said, I'm always match this fight up to Errol versus Terrence Crawford. Same type of caliber shit. We gonna have to see though. I ain't gonna. We gonna have to see it. See all this. You saying this, I'm saying this. I think we gonna have to see this shit. That's how I'm gonna give them both, and that's out of respect for both fighters. But bro, I think both fighters are awesome, and both selling 200K pay-per-view buys. Bro, a fight like this, it's gonna probably pop off big time, bro. I can see him, bro. A fight like this, if they build that bitch right, it's gonna be up there. It's gonna be up there. Fight like at the caliber it is, they build that bitch right, and they both say, look, you know, and selling out an arena, yeah, it got to be in Vegas. But like again, it's gonna have to be a situation where it's good for both. Where Tank is willing to, Devin can't go down. You can't drain a motherfucker, bro. And then Tank say he doesn't feel comfortable fighting at 140. This fight can't happen, bro. I'm gonna end on that note right there. One can't go down, the other one can't go up. Shit. Yeah, he said. I said if they fight each other 1.5 million pay-per-view buys, easy. But you sit back and you look at the dynamics of the fight, bro. It can't happen. Devin cannot fight at 135 or anything less than 140. He will be drained. He won't have the power. He will be dry. It ain't gonna work out for him. Tank said he don't feel comfortable fighting at a higher weight class. That's a whole nother conversation, bro. These dudes, bro. Nah, right now, bro. But a hell of a promotion, keeping both of their names out there. So shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I can't knock them, bro. They did their thing, bro. And with that being said, Ice Man, thank you for coming and checking me out, bro. And with that, I'm out of here. Peace.